Well, look, we all have to live with other people, and we all have to live with ourselves, and that's why I think we could do with a bit more honesty around here on Earth, because honesty is like vitamin D. Because if you live in most of the planet, the northern hemisphere, then you don't get enough vitamin D without supplementation, even if you spend all day outside. Also because you may not notice or feel a deficiency in vitamin D, but you should still supplement it for the sake of your health, and also because it gives you stronger boners as soon as you start supplementing. Now, not that honesty does that, but my point is that honesty is a thing that's good for you, but not a thing that's good for you, like, running and wearing your retainer and eating certain vegetables. It's something that's good for you, that's fun, and that you can want to do. If you'd rather a less puerile explanation, then I think the best way to put it is basically that it makes you more human. Honesty makes you more human. So when I was younger, I was really into the Arctic Monkeys. That's a band, but it doesn't really matter. The first two albums I really liked, but the more recent one I didn't. And I felt that I really felt something from the first two, but not from the more recent one, even though it sounded good. And I had my theory that I would run around telling people, which was, I basically would say, the first two are so narrow in their content and subject. Like, even in halfway across a small country from London, you can tell you're not there. And then you can go really close to Newcastle, and you can feel like you're closer. You can feel that you are closer, but you can still feel you're not there. And you probably have to go all the way to the specific part of Sheffield to really feel like you're there, and to the same year in time. And yet those two are the ones that everyone feels. And then the later albums where everyone's kind of, they're about stuff, they're about everything and everyone. No, you don't feel anything from. And it was my thought that there was kind of inverse relation between them, whereby the more narrow the content, the broader the feeling or reception of the feeling. When almost no one had seen it, almost everyone felt it. I was proud at the time of saying, no one can say I was there, but everyone can say I've been there. And that's how you make people feel things, is my theory. I remember I was also very proud of saying, it's such a shame that they want to make statements about the world, but if only they remembered that, or knew that they were making statements about the world when they talked about knackered Converse and tracky bottoms tucked in socks. But basically people just wouldn't listen because I couldn't really express myself. It took ages. I was just annoying, and yeah, so I never really got that point across, much to my chagrin at the time, until I found this quote from James Joyce, which read that in the particular is contained the universal. And that was great when I found it, because it was so exactly what I was trying to say. It's that, to reveal the universal, to say something everyone can feel, something that resonates, to make people more human. The only way to do that is to offer your particular. It's the only way. And I could look back at all the film and TV and music and books that I'd really cherished, and they'd all understood this. This is where they had drawn that power from, was their own particular. And honesty comes into it because I noticed that to offer your particular, to really actually do it in a way that works, requires a great deal of honesty. That means skill, yeah, but more importantly for us, it means courage or bravery or vulnerability. We'll talk about that a lot, and this is a book club rather than an anything else club, because books, well, fiction or literature is the best store of honesty that we have. If the best store is something else, it would be a something else club. This honesty is a deeply nourishing thing. And so our aim, if you'll permit me to set an aim, is to become more human by reading great, honest literature. And it sucks because I know that when I say become more human, that just means nothing now. And I really wish I could do something that would make you feel it now, and then you'd know how great it feels. Because it just feels great. And then you'd definitely come with me on this book club. But and also you wouldn't believe you'd live without it. Like I just, man, it's so good. It's so good. You've got to come. And the other thing that sucks, and that I'm conscious of, a lot of things sucking, but it is annoying, is that I know if I watched a video and someone I didn't know started using words like courage and vulnerability and human and honest and particularly the universal, I would turn the video off. Not that you turn the video off. Don't leave me. Stay here. But what I'm trying to say is I know that's annoying, but there is a reason for me keeping these terms kind of abstract, which is that I want to stay out your way, and it will be better in the long term if you find them for yourself, because for that, these things will be flashier, richer, more precious, more meaningful, and more life-giving, really. And it's also good for me because you'll find things that I haven't, and then you can tell me them. So yeah, keeping it abstract is the best move in the long term, but it does mean that today I need to ask you for some faith, because I really want you to do this, and I really think you'll be glad you did. So to win your faith, or hopefully to win your faith, I've prepared some vows, which I will now make to you. Okay, first vow to win your faith. 1, I am not speaking because I like the sound of my own voice. I'm actually quite uncomfortable here. I've blankets over the table because the first time I tried to record this, every time I tried to speak, I was nervously bouncing my legs so much that it was distracting. If they found this, my friends would laugh at me, and my family would be embarrassed and would not know what to say to me. I'm in my garage at 20 to 5 in the morning for those reasons. I really, really care about the things I'm going to talk about. I'm really glad I found them, and I want other people to find them too. That's the only reason I'm doing this, and I'm sure that's almost impossible to believe, but I'm just asking for your faith. Not just asking, it's a big ask. I'm asking for your faith. Sorry if that was a bit heavy. The next vows are more practical. And they are thus. I've picked the route and the books we're going to take really carefully. I've done it myself, and it definitely made me more human. First thing is that it's a short journey, because I know it's hard to read today. There'll only be a few books. There'll be 6, 4 of which are really short, and then that's it. We're done. I'll be gone. I won't drag this out. Next thing is that it's a journey that you can do. I've ensured there are footholds all along. Every concept and idea will build gradually, that no one will be left behind. I really want you to do this. It doesn't matter if you think you're not smart, or you haven't read a book since school, or you've never read a book. I mean that. If you've never read a book, do come. You'll be fine. Third vow, at the same time, don't fear being underwhelmed. Maybe you read a lot, or maybe you just have always been underwhelmed by books. You will not be underwhelmed here. These 6 books are all individually amazing, and by the end we will have climbed to a very high peak. The highest peak, really. I know I said everyone can do it, and that's true, but it's still also true that we're going to the highest peak. They may seem contradictory, but they are both true, and they both can be true because I've put so long into planning this, and because I will continue to put so much effort into doing it. Yeah, that's really all, so come on, come with me this winter, and by the end you'll be standing atop a very high peak. Your leg muscles will be stronger, and you'll be able to see for miles and miles. It's a view that you will never forget. Yeah. Because look, you've just got to come. You've just got to come. It's such a high peak. It's the peak of literature and art and the human experience. maybe not. Maybe childbirth is higher in the human experience, but look, the fact is that you can't be giving childbirth all the time. None of us can. So between childbirth, you do this with me. Yeah, whatever. Sorry. I'll end here. I think that will probably do. Thanks for indulging me. Please give me feedback on literally everything, and especially feedback on how I can facilitate discussion among the people who join in, and how to be seen by people. I'll announce the first book on Thursday. Thanks again. May you live forever. Have a nice rest of your day, and take care.